like Bria Hartley is going into hiding. It looked like Bria Hartley is running after news broke about Sophie Cunningham being out for the season.
The season shifted in a flash. Sophie Cunningham fell hard, holding her knee, while Bria Hartley walked off with a smirk. Soon after, Indiana confirmed the worst, an MCL tear that ends Sophie's season. Her family urged the league to step up and protect players, but what caught fans off guard was Hartley's reaction. Instead of showing concern, she looked almost pleased. That clip spread quickly online, with her smirk going viral, and it didn't end there. What Hartley did next only fueled the outrage, making many believe she knew exactly what she had done.
Is going viral with Bria Hartley with the sinister grin, right? This malevolent look that's on her face right now, clearly smiling after injuring Sophie Cunningham.
What drew the most attention wasn't Sophie lying on the court, it was what the cameras picked up moments later. As trainers hurried over, the replay showed Hartley looking back with what seemed like a grin. That image spread fast online and became the focus of the backlash. Suddenly, the debate wasn't about the collision at all, it was about her expression. Fans replayed the clip, paused it frame by frame, and argued it revealed exactly what Hartley was thinking.
Just occurred.
That's like she tries to slide over right there, and Hartley just kind of falls and makes collision with that lower leg. You see her immediately grab it. And she went down hard and was clearly in a lot of pain.
Here's what happened. The game was tight, with both teams going back and forth. Then Hartley came in at a bad angle and crashed into Sophie's planted leg. Sophie went down right away, clutching her knee, and the arena fell silent. But online, the attention quickly shifted. It wasn't the collision people kept replaying, it was Hartley's reaction. Those few seconds of footage took over the conversation and became the moment everyone was talking about.
Cunningham is down. My goodness. Should be. In a scary moment as we went to commercial, Sophie Cunningham hit the floor hard and she is being helped off the floor, heading back to the locker room.
This is where the backlash really grew. Hartley's history only added to the outrage. She already carried a reputation that made fans doubt her judgment. In past seasons, she'd been ejected for rough play, and many still remember her notorious clash with Angel Ree, a heated incident that even ended with a hair pull.
Getting 7 to shoot. Cardoso rolls, catch. Cardoso over the top, can't get it. Reese fights for the rebound and a foul, and this time gets a little chippy and a shove on Nelson Adota. And listen, this arena typically we'll see.
So when cameras caught that smirk right after Sophie's injury, fans immediately linked it to Hartley's past. To many, it felt like part of a larger pattern, even though the league never said anything official about her intent.
Put this up about an hour ago. He said to all of those defending Bria Hartley, look at what she liked on Instagram. Emo, she's the dirtiest player in the league and should be kicked out. Most recently, Sophie Cunningham has been hurt with the knee tear and is out for the season. Look at this. Look at this. Now, Bria is the definition of consistency. Now, this is her liking this. This is her liking this post. Y'all see that? Breezy 1414 and others. Bria is the definition. She's liking this post. Look at this. Death taxes and Bria Hartley always being at the scene of the crime. Now that's her choke slamming Angel Reese.
The injury itself shifted everything. This wasn't something Sophie could walk off. Tests confirmed an MCL tear, ending her season. What began as a tough collision quickly grew into a larger debate about player safety and accountability across the league.
Let's be clear here. Sophie Cunningham was targeted. Let's be very, very clear here. But Sophie Cunningham was flat out targeted by a dirt.
And then the story took another turn. Before the league or referees made any statement, Sophie's own family demanded answers. Their reaction raised a tough question. Why did the responsibility fall on them instead of the officials? What stood out most was how quickly her family spoke up, at a moment when many expected the league to lead. The strongest voice came from her sister, Lindsay, whose post on X went viral. She wrote, "Maybe you should focus less on fining players for commenting on poor officiating and more on hiring refs who can call a consistent game and protect athletes." That sharp message struck a chord. It wasn't just emotional, it echoed the same frustrations players and fans had been voicing all season.
You should focus, her sister. Maybe you should focus less on fining players for commenting on your poor officiating and more about hiring officials that are capable to call a consistent game and protect your athletes. Pathetic. praying for you. The only good thing positive surrounding Sophie Cunningham coming out of this game, she looked in good spirits in the locker room.
Lindsay's post carried even more weight because Sophie had already been fined earlier in the season for criticizing officiating on her podcast and social media. That history made her sister's words hit harder, pointing out what many saw as completely backward priorities. Think about it. Players face fines for speaking up, while questionable contact on the court often goes unchecked. In that way, Lindsay's message went beyond her sister's injury. It called out a bigger problem, the gap between what the league claims to value and how the games are actually being managed.
Hartley deserves zero benefit of the doubt. And Sophie Cunningham's family not too happy. I believe this is Mama C. Hartley is a disgruntled player having trouble everywhere she goes. She's plain mean and plays out of control.
Adding to the fire, Sophie's mother, Paula Cunningham, posted a blunt message of her own, calling Hartley disgruntled and just plain mean. She later deleted it, but because it came directly from Sophie's family, her words carried far more weight than random online comments. Fans took it as confirmation that their anger wasn't exaggerated. It was shared by those closest to Sophie. And once Paula's post was deleted, it spread even faster. Screenshots fueled more debate about intent, accountability, and whether such a raw family response might actually push the league to act sooner.
And the Fever fans wake up pissed off today. Pissed off. Not only are we getting assaulted, but they're smiling about it. This is the 6th time they've smiled, laughed, and cheered on our Indiana Fever players getting assaulted, getting injured. And
as if the injury and reactions weren't enough, the officiating also stayed under fire. Critics didn't just question the collision, they pointed to how long it took to stop play once it was clear Sophie was hurt. That night became yet another example in a season already full of complaints about inconsistent officiating. Coaches and players had raised the issue before, and now the Cunningham family's comments echoed the same concern. Without clear, reliable standards, players are left exposed to unnecessary risks.
All kind of excuses to say that Bria Hartley is not a dirty player. Let me tell y'all something, man. Come on in here. Come on in here, man. Let me tell y'all something. If it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, eats like a duck, it's a duck, man. Come on, man. She is the dirtiest player in the WNBA right now, winning the trophy. All right? Winning the trophy for it. Don't sit here and try to tell me Bria Hartley is not a dirty player.
As the debate grew, attention shifted to league leadership. Fans and family members urged Commissioner Kathy Engelbert and the WNBA office to strengthen protections and hold referees accountable when they miss key moments. The media picked up the story right away, framing it as part of a larger conversation about safety and leadership in the league. But while Sophie's family voiced their frustration and the league faced tough questions, Indiana still had to push through the difficult night on the court. What followed was a reminder of how quickly a season can change, not only because of the loss, but also because of the resilience the team showed in the face of it.
Proud of you. I'm proud of you too. Proud of you. I'm so proud of you guys. I know that sometimes it sounds like just a word when we talk about being resilient, but it's not, man. It's how we live. Yeah. It's how y'all live, and it's a tribute to you. It's a tribute to your connectedness, your togetherness, your toughness, your mindset. You never give up gritty attitudes. Like, that's what it takes. That's what it takes.
And here's the twist. Indiana's night didn't just continue, it completely turned around. With Sophie sidelined and Caitlin Clark unavailable, the Fever looked overmatched on paper. But by the final buzzer, they had fought back to pull off a stunning comeback that shook the league. What began with a shorthanded roster ended in a record-setting rally no one in the arena will forget.
We will never be counted out, because that is worth gold. That is worth gold. Kels, goddamn baby. Put us on your back. Oh, big.
At halftime, a comeback felt impossible. Indiana trailed by 21, their offense was flat, and their defense couldn't keep up with quick rotations. Broadcasters were already framing it as damage control, and fans braced for a blowout, but in the huddle, the tone shifted. The Fever tightened their rotations, cut down mistakes, and leaned on grit instead of panic. Kelsey Mitchell became the spark of the turnaround, exploding for 34 of her 38 points in the second half, along with 6 assists. Each basket chipped away at the deficit, giving Indiana the momentum they needed. Mitchell's impact went beyond the numbers, it was the emotional lift that carried the team. With Sophie and Caitlin both sidelined, she stepped in as the leader determined to drag the Fever back into the fight.
Kelsey Mitchell has a new career high. Backdoor Mitchell outsing in the paint for 2. Kelsey Mitchell, the pig is matched up. Mitchell squeezing through for 2 at the foul. Fouls on the other end. It's Mitchell launching it.
But Mitchell didn't carry the load alone. Veteran guard Odyssey Sims brought steady control to the floor, cutting down turnovers, slowing the pace when needed, and making sure possessions ended with quality shots. She was the calming presence who kept the team composed when frustration could have easily taken over.